Ndlozi has split with EFF, and he's not talking to Malema. But the question I have is, why did Ndlozi turn down the? I think he turned down second position or something. He turned down a position heading into the conference, so they banned him from the conference. What was going on there, Lorato?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about him turning down any
I
I
heard
don't
something
think.
that he said that he didn't want a position, or is it that they didn't invite him and they didn't want him to get elected because it's not up to EFF to decide
Yeah, so
who people vote for. They can't
yeah,
take him
so
off the ballot. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, one of the reports is that Malema is sort of displeased with Ndlozi because he knew that Floyd was going to leave, and he didn't forewarn him, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think that is where sort of like the beef is stewing from. Um,
Well, yeah, but it goes
but,
beyond
but
that. Do you remember when Malema insulted Ndlosi's wife for liking something that Shivambu wrote? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that
it
happened
was
months
yeah,
ago.
it was at that same time. So this is
Yeah,
where we
yeah,
started to see the cracks,
yeah.
because what he was
But here's the thing:
referring to.
did Ndlozi take himself off the ballot? Because what was it that he wasn't elected to any position
Yeah,
of leadership, or he decided not to show up, or what happened? Everything is I don't know
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
there's
yeah. So,
conflicting
so I'm,
stories.
I'm
What's
just
going on?
saying,
Yeah.
from Floyd's post of him joining the MK
Has he joined MK?
and Floyd Shivambu.
Oh, the Floyd. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ndlozi,
yeah.
but he
When
hasn't.
he
Yeah,
joined
yeah,
MK, I was still sort of explaining
yeah,
the
yeah.
roots of the conflict.
But still, there's still the direct question because I read somewhere that Ndlozi refused to take a certain position, so they banned him from the main meeting so that nobody would vote for him, even if though he's not accepting it himself. But yeah, but that's the background you're talking about. Continue. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I feel EFF has disconnected from the youth and the younger generation. And it's a problem for them because most of these young people feel they are being marginalized and they're not given leadership roles. And in order for them to have some semblance of
I thought you're
organization.
gonna have to stay close because you're breaking out. I don't know what's causing all this connected, but you're going to have to stay closer.
Okay,
Continue.
what I'm saying is that the EFF has marginalized the younger generation. And
Yeah.
because most of them are not being given leadership roles, they're getting disconnected with the leadership of EFF. They have to find a way of engaging the young people through employment programs, mentorship initiatives, educational drives. Otherwise, a lot of them will follow in the direction of Floyd because they
Yeah,
feel.
but there's a bigger thing. Why are people leaving? So Floyd Shivambu left, and Ndlozi seems to not even care anymore, and has left also. The only constant is that this guy dominates that party, Malema. It seemed like
Dilemma.
it's his personal party. But there's some bigger questions though, because he's now accusing Ndlozi of knowing that Shivambu was going to leave, and he should tell him.
That's
Maybe
what
that's
I'm
true,
saying. There
but
appears to
also,
be there appears to be a disconnect between
yeah,
the
but
older the older leadership class and the younger generation.
yeah, but Malema is and Ndlozi are about the same age,
Okay.
and Shivambu, they're all the same age. So what's really the problem here? I don't think it's just age. What do you think, Lorato? He's not even here. This is
It's not
ridiculous,
it's,
man.
it's not bad.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, so like you said, there's a crisis there, but maybe you're right. Maybe it has to do with the age, but to me, there's
And
something
then
deeper
and
going.
then transparency. I don't think Julius Maleva is as transparent as he's supposed to be. And if you look at it, there's a semblance of authoritarianism in the party. You know, there should be open disciplinary procedures that are clearly communicated so that there won't be guesses and speculation in order to rebuild trust with the younger generation and as well as accountability in their leadership. I think that's another problem that they need to
Okay,
resolve.
what do you know about this? So what is going on as far as we have Zuma who wants to he wants to get back into the ANC. He says the
Yes,
ANC has to let him back in, but he also wants to be with the MK party. So it seems like Zuma is doing something which is strange. How can you be a member of opposing parties and everything? I'm not saying it's unconstitutional, but it's very unconventional. And he's suing ANC to let him back. And I don't know what grounds he has for saying that ANC should take him back, that they dismissed him illegally. But ANC is a private party. So I don't get that. Do you understand the dynamic about that? Yeah.
Yes, basically, he has made significant moves to regain political influence. He's focusing on the ANC because I guess he was there before. So his efforts include forming alliances and criticizing the current ANC leadership. He's criticizing the current ANC leadership and is rallying supporters, And then Zuma launched the MK party, named after the ANC's former armed wing. The party has gained momentum and has secured around 15% of the vote in recent election. So the MK party's rise has led to notable defections from other groups, including Julian Malema's EFF. So he has openly criticized the
Did you
ANC.
cancel him out? Did you cancel Lorato out?
I didn't cancel him out. Too. I think
I don't know what
let
this
me see.
guy's
Let me
connected.
see if he's trying to rejoin. So I can. Okay, he's trying to rejoin now. So, like I said, he's openly criticizing the current leadership of the ANC to undermine them because he has aspirations to rejoin the ANC.
Yeah. So, but here's what I'm saying. So I don't know if Lorato's back. So Lorato's back,
Yeah,
right?
he's back. He's about to join with his
Yeah.
video.
Just put your screen on
Okay,
your screen on Lorato.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let's go back. So here's what I'm saying. So yeah, Lorato, you can pick up where you're in. But here's what I'm saying. There are rumors that Ndlozi rejected his name being put on the ballot for something. Then all of a sudden they
Yeah,
said,
I
"Oh,
don't.
he's not invited." Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. What I know is that what is the source of the conflict was that apparently he knew that Floyd was going to resign, and he did not say to Malema that this is what was happening.
Okay.
And there was a fallout there with Malema suggesting that he's disloyal and saying all those things that he said about his partner not liking the post and not getting
Yeah, but
behind the
here's the question:
EFF and
who has
right.
in by Ndlozi not telling Malema that uh what's his name is leaving. What's his name again? Shivambu. Who is
Floyd.
he betraying? Is he betraying EFF? If this guy is going to leave, he's going to leave anyway. And I find it hard to believe that Malema didn't know that was going to happen. Do you get my point? So, but my
Yeah,
and
yeah,
here's the
yeah,
next
yeah.
thing. And Ndlozi has not joined MK party. Has he joined the ANC yet? They're saying he may join one of these.
No,
He hasn't joined any party. And the way I look at it, Ndlozi was being diplomatic. His friend told him, "I'm leaving," in a personal. Maybe he told him personally, "I'm leaving. I'm tired of this shit." Is it
no,
really his duty
I
to tell
can
Malema
imagine
that? Yeah,
it was in confidence.
yeah,
I
it was
can
in
imagine
confidence.
that it was
And to me, it's
in
not him
confidence.
being disloyal.
So,
It maybe he's being disloyal to Malema, but only as a friend, not as an EFF. Do you get what I'm trying to say? EFF is business. That's separate from friendship or is politics. Yeah, sorry, continue. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean that was the root of that, and of course, then there were questions when he didn't attend the elective conference.
Yeah, but
Um,
I heard that he didn't attend, but I also heard he wasn't invited. So what? That's why I'm saying there's conflicting stories here. Yeah,
yeah, this conflict. That's why I'm saying I'm not really clear on what happened,
yeah.
but
Nobody is. Nobody's clear. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but he didn't attend, and now everyone was asking Julius about where this guy is. Do you
And he
know?
said, "I don't know. I'm not his father."
He's like, yeah, I'm not his dad. I don't know. And that is also the tone that I think a week ago when he had an interview, he
No, to me,
in terms of
yeah, yeah,
um, him not being
yeah,
responsible for other adults and all those things.
yeah,
But of course, being Malema, he says it in his own crass way. Um,
yeah. And
but,
Timalema
but
is a big problem. He's a big problem
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
That for me, I mean, I hear him avoiding certain questions that are posed to him with that basis. I mean, yeah, with that
let's go
idea.
back. So Malema is supposed to be running a political party. If he has a
Yeah,
problem with Ndlozi, why does he mention what Ndlozi's wife does on Instagram or TikTok. It's petty. You see what I'm saying? If he has a
Yeah,
problem
yeah, yeah,
specific, if he has a problem specifically with Ndlozi about being disloyal to the party of EFF. It shouldn't be about him. It shouldn't be about bringing
His
in people's
wife.
wives. So it seems
Yeah,
like
sure.
Malema has boundary issues. I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's just like Lenin or Stalin or anyone. We're not saying they're good or bad. He
yeah,
believes
yeah,
that
yeah.
he
I
is.
think,
Yeah, he's almost fascist. He's a tyrant. He's a tyrant. I'm not saying
yeah,
that he
yeah,
doesn't have
yeah,
good intentions, because you can have good intentions and say I am God and only I can save the world with my communist revolution and I am the one, like Napoleon. You get my point. So I'm not saying that he's
sure.
a liar, but it seems like he's a he's a little bit egotistical. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a sort of shade of egoism to it,
Yeah.
in the way that he delivers some of the
Yeah.
statements that he makes. Because I mean, the simplest thing that he could do in terms of what he thinks could be misconduct on the part of Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, as someone who was seen as an important member of the party, um,
Yeah. And
and
also, can
not
I say something?
following
There's no paper
whatever.
trail on Ndlozi when it comes to corruption. There's a paper trail on Malema and Shivambu were both involved in corruption. Ndlozi wasn't.
Sure, 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 sure. So there's like, yeah, this sort of mishandling of the situation that I think
Yeah.
organizationally is concerning, because the EFF simply seems to, in as much as Malema is stating that this is a collective that people are building, and he's been collectively elected to be in that position and so
Yeah.
on. He
And,
keeps
and
talking about collectives, but he also in some ways places some other personal things in there,
oh yeah, well he's
um
talking about collective. So here's the thing. Maybe I'm wrong. This is just a theory. I'm not saying it's true. Maybe Ndlozi didn't want to accept uh, second in command because also, so now that they're having elections, he wants to run for the leader, which is fair within that system. If he wants to challenge, I'm not saying that's what happened. If he wants to challenge Malema as for leadership of that party, the real question is, will Malema allow a democratic process to happen within the EFF where he's not the leader? What do you think about that? Yeah.
yeah, I mean we don't see um any signs of that, even in how he answers that question. He's always very evasive about it. I
Yeah,
mean,
so,
he
so
speaks
I'm just
about,
saying, I'm not saying this is what happened. Maybe Ndlozi on purposely refuses not to accept second in command because he wants to go to that convention and see who the people
yeah, I
choose
think,
as the leader.
no,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the problem is the issue of egoism that we are speaking about, in terms of having to deal with
But
this kind of spirit.
not only that, we have to remember Ndlozi takes communism, no socialism seriously, and maybe at some level he's also distancing himself from Malema because Malema has helped white supremacy by getting involved in that banking scandal, which cheated black people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no, there's
Yeah,
all those layers to it.
yeah,
There's all
yeah,
those layers to it.
yeah,
But I think if you remember when we spoke about the Floyd thing,
yeah,
we read through the letter, and some of the things that he said in the letter, in terms of how he wishes for this thing to be communicated to the public. Um,
yeah.
and
And so
and and
maybe,
we,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, and we said he understood this because he knows what Malema is
yeah.
like,
And for all
in
we
terms of
know, sorry, Larato,
his
but for all we
flippant
know,
utterances. Yeah,
Shivambu may have told Ndlozi that he's leaving EFF because this guy is corrupt and didn't tell him that he's going to MK. You get my point? So this
yeah,
is like Game of Thrones. So you remember he's like, you know what, Malema's out of control. You and me, he's taking control of this EFF. I'm tired of this shit. So what I'm saying is that maybe Ndlozi is a little bit naive, and he stands for socialism. He doesn't just stand for EFF. But it seems like Malema says he stands for socialism, but it seems socialism is okay as long as he's the leader. You get what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I was saying,
yeah,
that seems like the issue, because now, when he's asked about any potential challenges, he speaks about the fact that the norm in liberatory sort of movements that are building from where EFF is can accept the fact that until that they are not a governing party, then they do not necessarily have to adhere to terms of presidency.
Oh yeah. So they can, so that he can. So basically, he's saying that he can. He's the boss, and there's no constitutional
Yeah.
conflict with him being the boss. No problem. But
Within,
let
yeah,
him come out and say that
right.
though. Let him come out. And to
Yeah,
me,
no,
yeah,
I think that is part of the statements that he's made.
yeah, yeah. But then the question is,
But
he
I
needs to
think,
address that banking scandal where he was stealing money,
sure,
along
sure,
with
sure.
Zuma, in concert with Zuma and Shavambu. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you say, if there is sort of like a collective within the EFF that would feel like they want a different leader, I think that will be a real test in terms of seeing
Yeah.
how he responds,
Yeah. I'm gonna be real
how
with
he
you.
responds
Yeah.
to a challenge.
You know who I blame? I blame Ndlozi. Ndlozi needs to wake up and realize that what he wants to do goes beyond the EFF now because Malema controls the EFF. So Ndlozi needs to form his own party or needs to join with the communists. Let's move to that. It seems like the communists